Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are watching Off the Track, and it is time to drop the hammer.
That's good. One of the first questions I have, and you kind of touched on it there, like when a lot of kids get started in racing, especially here in the States, we have outlaw carts, quarter midgets, even micros. And now I think the standard is, you're getting started at 5, 6, 7 years old, and you're able to race 30 or 40 times a year. You can run a lot, Friday, Saturday stuff. But up in Alaska, that was a lot more limited. And in some of the research we found, you talked about racing like ice ovals. We have Grand Prix type snowmobiles and a little bit of snowcross. What was it like running all those different divisions to kind of get your start in racing?
Yeah, like I said, I just thought that was normal. I tried to race as much as I could, especially once I really got into it, in my later teens. It was just, I could watch it on TV, obviously you could watch the Supercross, Jeff Ward was my hero, Damon Bradshaw, some of those kind of older Supercross guys, and wanted to get into that, so ended up getting a motorcycle. But yeah, you just couldn't race a lot. The sprint cars were, you could race 3 months out of the year, and it was every Saturday night. I don't really remember how many times a year you could race, but it was probably 12, 15 times or something like that. And then and then it was just a lot of cold weather, and really in Fairbanks it gets so cold that you can't even ride snowmobiles for a good portion of that time. So but yeah, I just tried to race as much as I could, and did some of that snowcross stuff. And the snowmobile deal, it kind of paid pretty good too. You could race some of those snowmobile races and win some money. So in the sprint cars you couldn't. It was kind of funny. I remember there's still a check on the wall at my car owner's house for like 51 cents or something. It was just you didn't get anything, and you might have got your pit pass paid for or whatever, but that was about it. But
that's super neat.
Yeah, it was just
a quick mention here, since you're talking about the topic of racing snowmobiles, Tanner and I have actually had the opportunity to watch snowmobile racing on Flow Racing, and I got a question for you. What is the driving style like on a snowmobile? Because it looks like they kind of lean hard and drive them in. Do you really flick those in, or do you drive them hard, or how do you really drive those on an oval?
Yeah, I think it's tough, and I was a little bit better at the left and right hand turns. I only did the oval, I think, a couple of times, maybe twice or something, and I got beat. But I had my snowmobile set up pretty loose, and I think it was kind of an accident, but it's all about how much track you put on the ground, so it's all adjustable. And if you take track off the ground, you can slide around a little bit more, and I was definitely better sliding around a little bit more and had more success that way. But yeah, it is, you get a workout, and it was a lot of fun. I don't have a whole bunch of pictures of that stuff, but I have a little photo album with some of it, and it's kind of neat to go through those memories and look at all that stuff from those days. You're freezing and stuff, but man, it was intense.
Was there really 2-lane racing in snowmobiles? Because I think the racing we've seen, Tanner, was kind of 1 lane around the bottom.
Yeah.
Do you really get up on the top if there is any banking in those?
No, not really. Yeah, it was more of I would say the crumbly ice and the snow kind of gets blown up there, and you're just you're better off in the cleaner part of the racetrack. But I really didn't learn that much about the different ice, but there's hard ice and soft ice, and there's all these different things that you gotta read the racetrack just like you do on dirt. So when the lane gets really chewed up from the studs and the carbides digging into it, you can kind of move off of that a little bit and have a little bit more grip. But yeah, it was pretty much the same as dirt. But if you got up there too high, you're probably going to crash.